Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Casual Spy here on Crasher. One of the first things you might have noticed is that this is not a live commentary, this is actually a post-live commentary in the sense that I recorded this gameplay a couple days ago, back when my throat was not very fit for live commentary. I had a very sore throat for a couple days, so instead you're getting this sort of post-live commentary thing where I'm just going to still be talking about my thoughts during the game. Undisguising there, I'm not sure why I undisguised there actually, there was probably a reason. But the benefit of this is that you don't get to hear my clicky-clacky keyboard sounds at least, and I guess I also get to play better because I don't have to think about what I'm saying as much as I just sort of play Spy. So we're here on Crasher today. This is one of the new limited time Halloween maps being added for Scream Fortress this year. Absolutely phenomenal map, and I'm beginning to think it's actually a map made by a Spy main, because you'll see there that large ammo pack, that only a Spy main would have put that there. Running the Eurotunnel reward, I'm absolutely just in love with this knife at the moment. There's a series of events, right, that happens when I play Spy, I pick this knife, and then 10 minutes later I've killed 20 people in one life. This thing just keeps giving me really long kill streaks, and I absolutely adore it. You'll see we're already on 3 in the time that... What were those flame particles? We're already on a 3 kill streak in the time that I've just been explaining what's going on. Get a drop stab on this pyro. Now, one of the other reasons why this map is so good for Spy is that obviously Spy performs very well when the enemy team is distracted, and luckily this map comes with a giant free distraction in the form of an enormous player, or a giant, that is the main objective of this map. This engineer's moving around too much for me to stab him. So many wonderful little ammo packs out of the way for Spy here. It's how could this map not have been made by a Spy main? Who would put a large ammo pack right by a spawn like that? Now you can't actually backstab the giant, so there's not much I can do about the giant itself, but I did see this heavy get blocked by those doors, so I knew he'd come through this one. But there is a medic following him, so I'll try and go for the medic instead. There we go, we get him, and because of the Eurotunnel reward silent kill, none of them are any the wiser as to the fact that their medic just got stabbed. Switch to the medigun by holding out my sapper and pressing B, because, I mean, medics are always holding their mediguns, waiting for this heavy, but he gets attacked by this pyro, so I finish him off. Immediately cloak to try and mitigate as much of the flame particles as possible. Standing next to an enemy dispenser while you're disguised actually does give you health and ammo / cloak, which is very useful. Try and go for this engineer, but the sniper sees me, alerts the engineer to my presence. Let's run for this large ammo pack, which is here for some reason, and I love it. There's also a health pack behind me just outside that spawn. Check the level of this teleporter before I go for the stab, because if it's a high level teleporter, then they would have already teleported away before I can stab. And there we go. I keep my eye on the health of the teleporter as well, so that I know when to leave it, to the point where it's impossible to unsap it. So, with no one really around here, let's pick up some ammo. And let's head towards our giant, or their giant. That's usually where people tend to hang around. And again, they just focus on the giant. They don't focus on the fact that there might be a spy behind you. I don't know whether that demo thought I was actually a spy or whether he was just hitting me for the sake of it. Now, in case you didn't know, the Eurotunnel reward, when you stab someone, you immediately take on their disguise, which means that if you're stabbing a lot of heavies, you will tend to walk slower, because a lot of the classes walk slower than Spy, even when you're disguised as them that translates over to you. But cloaking actually resets you back to the default Spy walk speed, which is the second fastest walk speed in the game next to the Scout. So cloaking as much as possible is very useful with the return reward. Demo jumps away, but we can still get the heavy. And there you go, I cloak there just to get a bit of a speed boost, try and go for this demo man, but nope, he turns around. Let's just get out of here. And there's an engineer calling Spy behind me, so let's move on. Go for this medic, who's very distracted, healing his large compatriot. Oh. Panic on the stab there, but eventually do get it. Again, pulling out the sapper and pressing B switches to the second slot of the class you're disguised as, in this case the medigun. Tried to go for this energy, but he's too paranoid. Lovely bit of health and ammo there, and some more down here in case that wasn't enough. This is such a great map for Spy, and I'm going to be really, really sad when it's gone, actually. This medic's still not checking his back very much, but I see the sniper. I go wide on him there to make sure I definitely get the stab while he's retreating. Head back round here, and once again there's a little ammo pack up in this little shack here, if you didn't know. Perfect for a sneaky spy. Now this sniper's a bit paranoid, so I'm going to decloak a bit further away from him before I go for the stab. Go for the demo as well. Can we get the third on this engineer? And oh no, scout! Ah! That's that 15 kill streak gone. Panicked there, tried to switch targets, didn't work. But still pretty good life given to us by the Eurotunnel reward there. So the good thing about this as well is that you sort of know exactly when to cloak, because you can see the giant from a mile away and you know that there are probably going to be players around it. So when you start approaching the giant, just cloak, because there'll probably be people around it. There we go. Wonderful. Yeah, the little crit pumpkins there as well. If you didn't know, picking up a crit pumpkin actually gives you some cloak back. So they're not entirely useless to spies. Wow, that was very deserved. Yeah, so pick up crit pumpkins when you're low on cloak. They tend to provide less benefits to spies since you're invisible a lot of the time, and shooting people with crits is not generally the best idea when you can backstab them. So it's nice that they give you a little bit of invisibility. Trying to go for this heavy, but as you can't backstab the giant, if they sort of mingle between the giant's legs there, it's very difficult to stab them. And I go for style points here, and it sort of cost me my life because I run straight into this Pyro's flames. He didn't even know he killed me. Worth it, I say. Next life. Just managed to escape those flames there. Decloaking as I come up those stairs to try and look like a player to anyone who might be around. And what is this scout doing? Is he letting me... Can I have his back? Is he... No? He's... Wow, what a player. Look at him go. I don't think he's figured out that he has a primary weapon. Oh, that other spy tried to go for the stab. Did you see that? Sorry, man. One of the downsides of having multiple spies on a team. Now, I see this heavy. I'm checking behind me to see if there's any better targets, because I've been stabbing this heavy quite a lot. No one else. Oh, I think this is a different game, actually. I don't think this is the same game. Again, trying to go for this pyro, but when he's under the demo's legs like that, it's kind of hard. Because you end up stabbing the giant instead of the player. Anyone coming out of spawn? Got a scout. Got a large heavy. I try and peek through the doorway as it's opening to see if there's anyone there, and guess the other spy didn't get the memo that you can't quite stab the giant. Get this sniper again. See if we can go for this medic. Taking a while to get there. Oh, he turns around just at the wrong moment, and I get hit by a scorch shot, and I think that's going to be it. Yeah, unfortunate. Got some good pyros on their team. It's making my life a little bit difficult. Running out of cloak here, so I just sit in this corner, wait for it to regenerate. I see the sniper, waiting for him to scope in before I make my move, so that his field of view is limited a lot more. And wow, wow, that's very unfortunate timing. Well, pick classes have got to get what they can get, I suppose. Let's see what else we can see back here. Plenty of cloak to go around. Got this large ammo here in case we run out. And it's this scout again. What is he doing? What is he doing, man? Who is this man? I'm terrified of him. Look at him. He's just going around with his bat. Oh, okay, he does have a gun. Anyway, spy. So that sniper switched to engineer. That's good to know. Where's this scout again? He's trying to pick up a scatter gun. Oh. I need to meet this man. I think the spy sees the health and ammo disappear in that shack and suspects that there's a spy around. Very sharp eye on that spy. Let's wait for this to respawn, and there we go. And some more down here, why not? Plenty to go around. Heavy does not have ears, so we can get away with that decloak and stab. Oh look, a gargoyle. Now we're a bit too slow to catch up to this pyro if we decloak. So we're going to have to change targets here. Fortunately, everyone's dead. Picking up the crypt pumpkin there, as you saw before. Just to give me some cloak back. It's just you can get such good spy routes going around just between all the ammo packs, and it's so helpful. It just extends your life by so much. Look at this. Large ammo right by spawn. Who thinks of that? A spy player, that too. Anyone waiting for Giant? No. Engineer's upgrading his teleporter. This is a perfect time to stab and sap. Prime targets, upgrading engineers. Don't know if that Giant saw me, but I'm cloaking anyway. Here we go, this sniper. This sniper's also a bit paranoid, so I'm decloaking a bit further away before we go in for the stab. He scopes, and we get the stab. Very nice. You'll notice a lot in these games as well, I'm checking behind me after every stab. And I do that anyway. But with this knife it's especially nice to be able to tell who knows what the Euroturnal reward is. And I lead this pyro off on the wrong direction. I'm going to sap this teleporter now just so I can get the ammo from the little metal bits that drop out of it when it dies. If you didn't know, destroyed buildings, the little gibs that they drop actually refill your ammo / cloak, which is very useful for spies. I sapped it because I didn't want to shoot or stab it to just... Whoa, where did this guy come from? Wow, that was a bit spooky. Sapped the teleporter because I didn't want to lose my disguise by shooting it. Oh, sniper dies before I can get to him. This is just such a good map for spy, man. The entire concept of having a huge shiny player to look at to distract everyone just means that spy can absolutely just go nuts on the enemy team. Demo hit me with his shield there rather than his sword, which is why I didn't die. Plus the 20% damage resistance from the Invis watch helping out there. No one at spawn. Let's keep cycling around the map. Wait for this large ammo. There it is. Oh, there we go. A little bit more patience. And there's even a little ammo right there as well. Like, this is such a good map for spy. I can't stress it enough. And the Euroturnal reward just does wonders on it. And unfortunately, I didn't check behind me thoroughly enough there. Pyro behind me. Very, very sad. I believe this is a different game as well. I'm not sure. I'm losing track. This was a couple days ago. Get the stab on the soldier. Wow, it's a miracle I did not bump into that engineer there. Get a very lucky stab. Decloak as fast as possible and head for the water. One thing that's putting me off about this map, the fact that it might not have been designed by a spy main, is that that water there is not actually deep enough for you to douse yourself from flames, from pyros. Which leads me to think maybe it wasn't created by a spy main. Anyway, just a series of wonderful targets appear here, none of them any the wiser, once again, that there is a spy behind them, killing their teammates because, well, they don't scream with the Euroturnal reward. Which is probably the most useful aspect of the knife, in all fairness. Astounding. I know, I'm pretty good. Two heavies here waiting for Giant. I'm gonna go up here and decloak around a corner. There we go. And I think what just happened there is I stabbed one of the heavies on like the frame that they became the Giant, which means that I think I backstabbed the Giant or something. I think that's what happened there. Which is quite funny that can happen. Running out of cloak here. But I think I have faith in my disguise. In my acting abilities. Sniper sees the stab, or I think he saw me the end of my cloak there. They've got a sentry up, wow. Let's go for this heavy again. This poor heavy. Spy sees it. When you're getting spy checked by another spy, it's always good to face them for as long as possible, just so if they have their knife out, it doesn't raise and alert them that you're in front of them. Stops you from getting accidentally backstabbed. And I get hit by a flare from somewhere. Let's try and put as much obstacles between us and wherever that came from. Cloak as soon as possible so that we get doused quicker. Get to this large ammo just in time. Let's get right on top of this heavy as we decloak, because we're also disguised as heavy, so we wouldn't have really been able to catch up. Pyro goes down to spy check for me, so I go up. Pick up the destroyed sentry bits there to refill my cloak. Get the sniper. Demo does not hear the scream, but he turns around anyway. Let's get out of here. No ammo there. I'm running out of options. Here we go. Respawns there. I think he sees it disappear. He thinks I go that way. Wonderful. Now we're out of a disguise here, which is actually quite dangerous. We don't have enough cloak to make it to another ammo pack. Oh, this is quite bad. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Well, a pretty good life. This is a very largely unedited spy gameplay, just because of the longevity this knife gives you. It's just stab after stab, but there you go. That's the game. The games. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, don't get to play rock paper scissors without pyro. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you managed to have some good spy games on this map while we still have it. Use the Eurotunnel reward because it's very, very fun. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.